Hey, quick housekeeping announcement before we start. I'm giving away some t-shirts that say, "My Zero Carb Life, eat the meat, save the humans." And if you would like to be entered to win a free shirt, all I need you to do is to please subscribe to the channel, hit the little subscribe button, and then share this video or any of my videos. There's an arrow that says share. You copy the link, share it with somebody. Share it on social media, share it in an email, just share it. And then let me know in the comment section below. Subscribed, shared. Just type that. Subscribed, shared, and I'll enter you. I'd love to send you a t-shirt. Okay, let's start the show. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my Zero Carb Life. I am here with my husband James, who is back for I think this is your fourth time now. A lot of times. We're in our basement because our kids are still awake. And it's just safer to come down here. And I've cooked a steak because I don't know if you've heard, but today is my 11-year carniversary.
I like that word, carniversary. I think it's something that Hallmark should get onto.
You hate that word.
Happy carniversary.
Happy carniversary. I don't know who made it up. It wasn't me.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, I don't care if it's a made-up holiday or not. I get a steak.
Yeah, and tonight that's all he gets because it's my little carnivore wish.
And I get cheese.
So I just cooked this. It's cheese. I know it looks like butter on here. It's really cheese. These are chuck eye steaks. I cooked them on the cinder. They're a little bit thin, and I kind of forgot about the sear going, so they might be a little more done. Nope, just kidding. They're really fine. Okay, that's good.
Nice. So we're here.
We're here
To, I'm here to ask you some questions.
Yes. So we asked Instagram to send us some questions recently, and I received.
Hang on, Cheers.
Oh, so 111 more years. How was that?
Oh yeah, baby.
This was a joint effort with Redmond's Real Salt, Cinder Grill.
You got it.
Chuck Eye. And
so I'm here to ask you some questions that people wanted to ask you.
Okay.
You down with that?
I am.
Some of them maybe we've answered before, but it's fun to answer them again.
I hope he picked something other than how many times per day do you eat?
Okay.
Twice.
Happy Strong Body. Great Instagram handle. Appreciate that. They want to know what made you start expanding your palate from meat to also meat.
So here recently, in case you haven't been watching everything I eat on Instagram, here recently I have started eating something other than just burger patties for almost 11 years. Let's say 10 years and 11 months. I mostly ate burger patties.
Pretty much.
With some steak here and there.
That's right. You actually have a McDonald's drive-thru named in your honor.
I should. At that point, I thought about a month ago, I think I'm going to try something different. Now, for this entire almost 11 years, I had heard how amazing organ meats are. Oh, you've got to try the organ meats.
She's a pianist, which is really funny. Now she's eating organs.
Such a down joke.
I've been waiting for that one. Sorry.
All right, so I thought I would give it a shot.
By the way, I just want to make sure that the cinder grill here, it's just perfect. It's very tender.
It is.
I want to do all of our videos now like this.
Just eating. It does.
I was really hungry.
Give a more relaxed, but I am really hungry, but I'll talk about this first.
Sorry, keep going.
All right. So I thought I would try it to see if it made anything better. Nothing was wrong. Everything was great. So I started eating beef liver, chicken liver, a lot of liver, beef heart, and I have to tell you, I don't feel any different at all, except I feel slightly less motivated, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the organs or not. I've just sort of been like...
You've been bumming around the house in your sweatpants, and it's just...
A little more bumming around than I normally do, and also, it's made me stinky.
I didn't want to say anything.
I'm serious though. Have you noticed that I smell a little bit funkier now?
I just thought it was like gym socks planted all over the house or something, but it hasn't been bad. Like honestly, I did not even really notice. I think it's probably something that you noticed because you're a lot closer to your armpits than
because of this, I have been changing my shirts right after school.
Yes,
so I'm going through twice as much laundry. twice as much deodorant, and I did not have hardly any body odor before this organ thing. Now, for those of you who love organs, I know you're like, come on. Nope, that's it. That's what it is. The more organs I eat, the more stinky I am the next day. Now, the organ enthusiasts, some of them will say, that's good.
The organists among you.
Yes. I know what you're thinking. Some of you are thinking it's the toxins being released. I'm releasing all of these toxins that were within my body, and it's going to stop. So
all those McDonald's toxins.
I'm going to keep going with this organ thing for as long as we can take it. I don't know.
But here's the thing, though. Like, the kitchen's really starting to look like a murder scene. I mean, there's just stuff.
Chopped organs everywhere.
It's like Hannibal in the kitchen, and it's.
I've been eating quite a bit of it raw. I don't love it. Some of it's okay. Sauteed chicken livers with the beef heart is actually just tastes like steak to me. Yeah. Some of it's really bad. Beef liver to me is very bad. So, do I think they're required? No. Yeah. I didn't even touch them until the past month.
Well,
and I don't even know if it's helpful because I literally feel zero amount better. None. But I will give it more time. Maybe even like 6 months.
Okay.
It's a lot of months. But
take you a bite here because it's interesting because the next question is actually for me. Oh. And it's W Terry 21 wants to know if I am a carnivore too. So I'll go ahead and take that one.
Okay.
I am for the next 15 minutes here.
Yeah.
But tomorrow morning, no. I'm not going to be a carnivore. No. Well, I like the donuts. I mean, I just, it's okay. So here's the thing. I've never really had any issues with what I eat. I've never really had any significant issues with my health. Mm-hmm. I've never had any significant issues with like gut problems or deficiencies or anything like that. Not to say I won't. Not to say tomorrow I wake up and have a heart attack on my way to eat some bagels, but
you have not had any motivation to do that. I'll tell you what my friend Charles used to say, and I think it originated with him. He used to say, only the lucky ones get fat. And I used to think that was, I never told him this, but I thought it was really stupid because I had always been really overweight. And it was kind of the worst thing that had happened to me in my mind. So I thought, how is that lucky at all? I hated being fat. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get it. But what his point was, is that it's an external something that you look at every single day.
Sorry.
More questions, perhaps?
Hey, James, where would you put yourself on a 1 to 5 scale with 1 equals definitely voting for Donald Trump and 5 definitely voting for Biden?
Don't answer that right now.
Next video.
Yeah. So, what was I saying?
Fat. Happy.
Yes. I was unhappy. But when you look at yourself in the mirror every day, it's sort of a constant reminder that you want something to change. And his point was it keeps you searching for an answer. Mm-hmm. Whereas things like cancer and heart disease, you don't know that it's there. You don't know that it's coming. People don't have a reason to look for their answer until it just sneaks up on them. And
well,
what if you...
So W Cherry 21 also wants to know, like, do you ever take bites of my food? Or is it like sitting around?
I mean, I would tonight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, sometimes when he's eating, he even saves like the fatty little chunks of the steak just for me.
It makes her very happy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm able to leverage that happiness for my own benefit. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, sorry, next question.
Oh, that was a fatty little
piece. It was, I know. I was saving it for that question. Mondo Spieler.
Okay.
I was once a Mondo Spieler.
Oh, real quick, I did want to ask. If you did find out that you had a serious health concern, would you consider it? Not that I'm wishing this upon you, but if you suddenly, let's say you started gaining a lot of weight, or you did find out that you were having heart concerns, or you were diagnosed with something, I hope never, but would you consider cutting out carbs?
I would consider it.
You know it's really best. He knows it's bad.
This is a Q&A with you, not me. Okay, Mondo Spieler.
Okay.
Mustard. Do you ever eat it?
How often do you think I eat mustard?
Me?
Not you. He loves mustard.
Them.
How often do you think I eat mustard? You live with me.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen you eat mustard. Or I haven't seen you eat mustard since you were like pregnant.
Every once in a while.
3 times.
If there's really like reheated pork, if there's some pork left over, I'll pull out a little mustard because it gets kind of dry.
Mhm.
And if my son, our son, he likes mustard, he's yours. He's yours. They're all yours. He likes mustard. So if he's using some, I'll sometimes be like, oh, let me try a little bite. And I like mustard, but I'm going to say like 1 to 2 times a year do I ever pull out the mustard.
Yeah. So, next question.
Okay.
Carnivore Steph.
Yes,
You're
I love
watching
her.
this?
I know who that is. I love
Oh, it's
her.
not Steph Curry?
It's not Steph Curry. It's Steph. She's Steph.
Carnivore Steph wants to know if you've ever experienced a weight loss stall
Mhm.
when you're losing weight. And she also wants to know what you did about it.
I have, in fact. And when I first started losing weight, it happened really quickly. And then there was kind of a long lull. And I think a lot of people expect, and I know I've seen a lot of memes now, like how you think weight loss will be when really it's like to do. Even on a carnivore diet, it can be like that, or keto. But so for me, what did I do? I just
Cheese
kept,
is good to us.
it's really good cheese. Yes, thank you. I just kept eating meat. And I know that sounds so trite and obvious, but truly, okay, a few other things I would do is I did eventually learn that if I was eating ribeyes or chuckas, thank you, or cheese, something that was incredibly palatable to me, that I just went crazy for. I could go crazy. I could eat cheese in the dead of night on a full stomach. You could wake me up and be like, cheese, and I would just wake up and eat it. Same for bacon, same for ribeye with a little crust and a lot of fat. It does not matter. I would eat it. So at some point, I would indulge in that and just be like, okay, so I don't lose weight for right now. I'm just going to eat all I want because I was really into ribeyes and really into cheese.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's okay. Just hold steady for a little while. It's not a race. You can switch to something more basic. So for me, I like burger patties. Y'all know I eat them a lot. But I have to be hungry to like them. So switch to something that you don't have to like choke it down. I'm not suggesting you all switch to beef liver. My gosh, life is way too short for that. But something that you can't just go crazy for. Also, cut out the dairy. That would always help with the stall. Cut out the snacking. Anything else. Just tighten things up. Keep it to 2 meals a day for me. For some of you, tighten it up means long extended fasting. I don't do that.
Tighten it up.
I don't do that. Tighten it up.
You're tight.
Y'all know what you're doing sometimes.
Outside.
You could experiment with higher fat, lower fat. There's ways to tweak it. But for me, I did not do a lot of that. It was more like keep it to 1 to 2 meals a day with a food that I did not go crazy for.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yep.
This kind of comes back to me, I guess. Jennifer wants to know if throughout all this, or I guess when you started or at any point, if I was worried. It's an interesting question. I kind of like that question.
I do
Actually.
too.
I
know you are.
No, I would absolutely. I mean, let's just be honest. This is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but like this is different, right?
Out of the box.
Most people who've never heard of it are probably going to think this is crazy. You're going to have a heart attack by
You
next
never
week.
told me to stop. To his credit, he was never like, you shouldn't do this. But I could tell it was more of a,
Well, okay, so
is that safe kind of approach.
I had doubts. I'm the kind of person who typically swallows my doubts for a while until they build up, and then it's like, no, you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But no, honestly, like I think a couple things.
Okay.
So first of all, I knew that you had gotten the counsel of your doctor,
Yes.
and that this was something that you had medical support in doing.
True.
I think secondly, there's 2 things about you, and I like both of these things. Number one.
I've worked down for this.
Okay, number one.
Go on.
Sometimes you get hot and heavy with something, and you're all in for like 4 weeks.
Did you just say hot and heavy and all in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then it's done. And I didn't know if this was going to be one of those things where you're like all in and you're there, and then swirl. And like You're all somewhere.
How long have we been together?
Quilting,
I went through a quilting phase.
scarves.
That's been years. I make them every single winter. There are not many things in my
You
life.
make them every single winter, but that's our dog choking
It's
on the
hacking
phone.
under the table.
Sorry. Scarves.
Every winter.
She makes them every winter, and then when she's done, it's summer.
And I put them away, and then I pull them back
You
out. next
put them
winter.
away, and then now, like, we can't even shut the drawer.
I'm
Anyway,
not flighty. He's making me sound flighty, and you do this. But I've been at my same job how many years?
the second
20.
thing I was going to say
Been
is
with you like 20,000. How many years?
too many.
So many
so
years. All right,
We'll
what's
get
the
to
second
more of
thing?
that
I hope
later.
the
The second
one's
thing
nice.
is sometimes you get on something, and that's it for the rest of your life. That's it.
That's true.
And so, like,
Lucky for you.
I
That's
didn't
true.
know which one this was going to be.
Mhm.
I don't. No, you're not flaky.
I'm not flaky.
You're not flaky. It's because, again, when you go all in, it's all in. It's not just. I mean, you're
There's very little gray about me.
exactly. And so it is a on channel, off channel kind of thing.
Yes.
And that's that. And then I didn't know what this was going to be.
That's fair.
As it turns out, on your 11th carniversary, I don't think you're here to like announce you're turning into
Retirement.
a vegan or something like that.
No, he is right.
So-
Typically, when I commit to something, I started a job right out of college, and I'm almost certain I will stay there till I retire. I married you when I was 5 minutes old, I think. We're so young.
You're so young.
And I'll be with you till death do us part. Sometimes I feel like that might be.
Well, see, I'm
sooner
trying to
than
do
others.
you a favor by eating donuts.
No.
I'm giving you a second husband chance.
I'd marry for money the second time.
Exactly. I think you should do that.
All right, ask
All
me
right.
something else.
So while we're on the topic of our relationship,
Yes.
Lady D Diamond,
Oh, yeah.
which definitely
Nice
sounds
name.
like a dancer of great entertainment.
Ballet.
Okay. Wants to know how we met.
Well, I know you know this story because it was the greatest day of your life. And you will never argue that.
I was about a wee freshman in high school.
He was 14 when we met.
I was about this tall.
He was so compared to me. He's about to my shoulder. I was
it wasn't
16.
shoulder. It was, sorry.
Oh. I was
no.
16, and we were in.
We were in the high school cafeteria,
Mhm.
and my class schedule changed in the middle of the year. We had year-round classes, and so my lunch period changed, and I didn't know anybody. I was a freshman. I weighed like 110 pounds soaking wet. And so I found somebody that I knew, and I sat down at a table, and you happened to be sitting there, and immediately you fell in love.
It was not quite like that, but I did find you charming. I was sitting at the table with my boyfriend at the time.
I don't think your boyfriend was there.
Maybe you don't know how many boyfriends I had.
I excused him.
I'm just kidding. All right, so I did have one at the time, and you and I became very fast friends, and the
I just-
boyfriend was not around for long.
I dispatched him.
Yep. That's
I'm
right.
from New Jersey, and if you don't know what dispatch somebody
He was relieved of his
is,
duties.
say, I'm sorry. They still haven't found him. Anyway,
All right.
Carnivore
Mm-hmm.
gal wants to know if we go on a date night, what you order. I've been waiting for a date night since like March of this year.
Yeah.
I would love to go on a date night.
We used to have a really good thing going every other weekend. My mom would watch our kids for like a sleepover so we could have a weekend
night.
Date night.
Yeah.
Mom hasn't offered. So, Mom, if you're watching,
Yeah.
come on. We love a date night.
So what do you
This
order?
is kind of working for us.
What do you order when we go out?
Oh, yeah. Chicken wings without any sauce. I love chicken wings. And I don't fix them at home. So when we go out, it's a great time. I still do order a lot of burger patties because even though I do get my fill of them, I'm cheap, as you know. And I hate spending a ton of money when we go out for the same thing that I could have gotten at the grocery store for a third of the price.
Take you to a nice restaurant, really great place,
I know.
linen. I mean, it's all great. It's like, you're like,
And then I look at the menu and I'm
I
like,
go, okay, I'll have the chicken.
yeah, or chicken wings. Just the appetizer chicken wings because it's normally as an appetizer.
It's like we don't do this nearly often enough for it to be like an economic issue. Like,
I know.
You
We
can
go to
totally-
Outback. I'll just ask for sometimes they'll let me just order a steak Or I just ask the waiter, "Wait, what would be the easiest, cheapest,
I just want you one time just to
best
go in.
way to just give me a plate of meat?"
No, just blow it out. Just go in one time. I want the $125 steak. And
I'll do it
I just
sometime.
want to. We did that one.
Yes, we
do that
did.
once. We went to a very nice steakhouse.
Where are we in? Was it Vegas?
No, well, we did do that actually. We did a nice steakhouse in Vegas. We did a nice steakhouse, like an old school, like they'll bring you your salad on a cart.
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was beef and bourbon, I think.
Yeah, it was
in Charlotte.
Yeah, it's a good restaurant.
Just great steak. But anyway,
typically I don't like.
She's cheap.
I am a little bit cheap. Yep. That's true.
So,
another good option. It's very rare to find ribs unsauced, but every once in a while I can do it. I definitely order ribs if they have no sauce. So steak, burger, chicken wings, ribs.
Just to clarify, not all of those things at one time.
Oh no. In fact, lunch is my biggest meal of the day, and I'm typically not super hungry for dinner. I'll probably struggle to get this down. But I might power through.
I have not suffered here.
You're doing great. You're doing wonderful, Carnivore.
Well, I tell you what, I've timed it well because we're down to our last question.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
Okay.
And this is from Laura_Neves.
Oh, I know her. I love you, Laura Neves. What did you ask? What'd you ask?
And she wants to know if you ever cheat. Not on me.
Oh.
No. On
pretty personal, Laura.
On your meat.
Mm-mm. Well, it depends. Some carnivores would say that yes. Some would even say this is cheating right now.
You got the cheese on
because they don't even eat cheese.
Cheater.
All right, so in my entire 11 years, 2 times I just spit. 2 times have I actually considered myself.
The other reason we're not going out right now.
And I was pregnant both times. I did have some pickles when I was pregnant with Julia. It's like I was consumed by the idea of pickles. I didn't feel great afterwards, and I moved on and right back to meat. Okay. I did not cheat at all with Thomas.
You woke me up crying in the middle of the night.
Well, why did I do that?
Tell you something.
With Annie's pregnancy, it was some peanuts. And I got really itchy afterwards. Some awkward places, actually. But anyway, I was done with the peanuts. Right back to meat. So that's the 2 actual times in 11 years that I have cheated, and I was pregnant, so I don't even know if that counts.
I don't know. And you know what? Here's the thing, like, number one, are you now not a carnivore? Are you not real?
I'm a carnivore.
Right. Are you now, like, completely a terrible person?
Oh, the worst.
Right. Okay.
The worst.
No, but, like, so, listen, like, I think the number one thing, people suffer from this guilt, and they, they lose their confidence about things. Like, they get in and something happens, and
they throw it all out the window.
They throw it all out the window, and it's so not fair to yourself to do that, to hold yourself to such an unreasonable expectation, because it's okay. I mean, we're human beings. It's hard, and hard things are worth doing.
Yes. Gosh, that was good.
I know.
It was.
Thanks.
Another thing Charles says, I quote him a lot because he was like my meat mentor.
Not me, Charles.
That what you just said was good. I may quote that sometime. All right, Charles Washington. And he says that it's this relationship, this zero carb thing,
not this
is a lot like a marriage in that you've committed to something. I've committed to eating only meat. But he says that if you do something wrong, if you have a fight or something goes wrong, you don't just say, well, there was that. I'm no longer married to you. We're back to year 0, right? You don't start the reset timer. He says, no, you were still married to the idea of it. You still believed in it. You were still committed. You made a mistake. People will do this all the time on the Facebook pages. They'll say, I was 3 years in, but then I messed up. And so I'm back at year 0. And we're like, but you're not. Those years counted. It counts.
You know how in the Catholic Church you used to be able to, like, buy indulgences. You could just buy your way out of sin. It was just an easier way.
I'm Baptist. I have no idea what that means. Oh. I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a con game. But if you've cheated, like if you have an argument with some donuts, and you're worried about whether it counts or you have to hit the reset button, just buy a zero carb t-shirt and
you're forgiven.
You're forgiven.
I am selling some shirts right now, but mostly because I wanted a hoodie and there's a minimum of 24 you had to order. And that hoodie is so cute. I'm
It's
very
about to
excited
look like
about that.
TJ Maxx up in here.
Mm-hmm.
No, but the seriously, forgive yourself, move on, give yourself that opportunity.
So the reason that I don't cheat is not because I'm trying to win Greatest Carnivore Award, unless someone is looking for nomination.
You're going to make yourself a trophy now.
You can order your own trophies. I could do
All
that.
right.
But the reason I don't cheat is because I was such a flippin' addict. You know, it would be like asking a severe alcoholic who is now recovered and has been free from drink for 11 years, do you ever cheat? Now, alcoholic, many of them, if you had gone 11 years without a drink and you were feeling fantastic, the answer would likely be no, because it's really important that I don't. It's really important that I don't. So I try to just stick with meat, eggs, cheese, butter. About the biggest cheat that I will ever have, and I'm going to go ahead and confess this right now on camera, is through the years, I have had some bourbon. But it's not sweet at all, and there's no carbs at all. And it's not something I partake in, as you know.
So I'm going to make up a question here. Were you more likely to cheat in your first 11 days or in your 11th year?
My first 11 days.
Right.
Y'all, if you're having a hard time, it's going to get so much easier. It's not even tempting now. The only time I'm tempted to mess with his plate is when, look at your empty plate, good job, is when there's some fat left on it or something that his carb foods really don't even look like food to me anymore. It does not tempt me. Do you ever see me like sitting like, I just wish I could have some cake? It's not like that at all. I hope it never comes across that way.
No, it doesn't. No. And I don't think it ever will.
No.
And, so I will say early on.
Yeah.
I would jokingly offer you food. I don't even, maybe sometimes now it's like, hey, you want some birthday cake? But it's
now it's like legitimately funny.
But, I don't think I ever tried to, I really don't think I tried to derail you.
You didn't.
So.
You kind of need this to work out too, because I was pretty miserable and unhealthy and was literally on a family vacation. He says he doesn't remember this, but it's because it was so horrifying that you blocked it. But I was in the Poconos.
Hang on.
What?
Let's just stop. I need this to work out, yes. But at the same time, meat companies, if you're watching and you want to sponsor her, the grocery budget.
Oh, yeah. It costs a lot to feed me. Yeah. Although you're saving a lot of medical bills.
No, there's that.
Because I was having to go. This is where I was going with
that. No, please don't tell this story.
I went to the Poconos. And while we were there with his family, right before we left, I had a boil.
You talk about these all the time. It's really gross. I know. Stop.
Especially at the table. But he's done eating.
Turn it out.
Look.
No.
I was having to care for this wound. I'll keep it clean.
Stop.
While we're on vacation, you don't want me going back to any of that.
No. Okay.
No.
Thank you for your questions. Mm-hmm. Thank you for answering them.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, just a real quick little pep talk here. I know I've had a lot of folks to message and say, hey, I'm giving this a try. I've been watching your channel and it's inspired me. And please send me those stories all the time. I kind of live for that stuff. I love it. But reach out anytime if you're struggling. Some of the best advice I can give you is just stay full of meat that you love. If you love steak, bacon, baby yourself in the beginning. Eat pork rinds with pimento cheese if you need to. Sour cream on top of ground beef with fajita seasoning and cheese. Mm-hmm, right? Use a little hot sauce if you need to. Do what you've got to do to keep out sugar, keep out sweet taste, even like Splenda, anything like that. Keep it as low carb as you can, but mostly free of sweet to break that addiction. Baby yourself. You do not have to start off eating just McDonald's burger patties every day. You can. I love them. Felt the best I've ever felt, honestly, even better than right now, eating just burger patties. But you don't have to. So be hardcore if you want to. Go as hardcore as you want. Eat grass-fed, grain-fed, organs, no organs. Eat what works for you, but please go easy on yourself in the beginning. Get some rest, get some sunshine, get some affection, get some downtime. Take up a hobby, get some flowy dresses or baggy t-shirts. If you're super concerned about every single little ounce, stay off that scale.
I don't think I would look good in a flowy dress.
You wouldn't. Don't do that. But there are a lot of things you can do to really go easy on yourself. So you're taking on a big thing, folks. And if you've been doing this a long time, awesome. I know this advice is not for you. Keep eating your meat, saving some humans, spread the word. But if you're new to this, it's a big deal making this switch. And your loved ones might think you're nuts for a little while, but they will grow to accept you. My mom, for a while, it was very devastating for her to know that I was not going to be eating her green beans or her broccoli casserole. That's hard. So find something you like and just eat a lot of it. There it is.
There you go.
Thanks for coming on my channel.
Hey, thanks for the steak, though. That was good.
Good. All right. Bye.
Its autofocus is off or something.
Okay.
Thinking I would do this off camera,
All right.
but Bunker Hill cheese.
It's our favorite cheese.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Bunker Hill Original Lactose-Free Cheese. It's awesome.
It's awesome. I'm going to let you cut the cheese.
I'm gonna kill myself. No doubt. What are you doing? Do I have a cowlick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, baby. Good.
It wasn't bad.
Do you get the sense that somebody's watching us eat right now?
Yes. And, hold on, I'm going to pause for a second.
I'm like,
Go. Get it out.
as much.
You can kill that.
Center people don't listen.
Don't listen.
I'm serious.
I know.